Hello and welcome back to episode 11 of Danganronpa. You may notice that there's pictures on the screen rather than gameplay, and that there's no game audio whatsoever. That is because I'm doing a voiceover, as I said in previous videos about 100 times, because I couldn't stop talking about it for some reason. I completely messed up the recording of episode 11 of Danganronpa, so you're going to be stuck with this as episode 11, like 8 minute, just me rambling on. The pictures that are going to be up are, well, first of all, they're going to be back to front. That's because the screenshots that I took are making it easier for it to look, like, visually read. So that's why things like, for example, it will say Act 1, but it will be like a backwards 1 dot, backwards T, backwards C, backwards A. So it will be reversed pretty much. But it makes it easier to read, so it means you can read from left to right rather than right to left like the game does it, because obviously this isn't a manga. Well, I mean, it is a manga, but, you know, since it's not got the slides, like the things falling down, it just makes it easier, okay? So, anyways, we're going to start off Act 1. We can see Hifumi and the killer, whoever that may be, just, you know, having a talk, and they've come to an agreement. That agreement is to kill Taka. Poor Taka, all he wanted to do was see Mondo again, and he's about to get battered for it. That's a bit sad. Anyway, so they come to this agreement, and Act 2, probably not going to say Act every time, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I know that looks like it says 11, as I said, reversed. As you can see, if you look at it, it's pointing to a 1. But anyways, so Act 2, the killer and Hifumi have asked Yasuhiro, our main suspect, to meet up, and, like, you know, they've said they've found a way to escape. So, you know, they want Yasuhiro to come along. He gets drugged, as you can see. He just gets drugged and knocked out. He then gets stuffed in a suit, and the photos are taken of him attacking Hifumi, which obviously he was unconscious, but it didn't look like that because of the suit's building, so, you know. Yeah. Yasuhiro's not having a good time. We move on to Act 3, where Taka is agreeing to meet someone at around 7 o'clock. I believe this was in the equipment room. And Hifumi just straight up smacks him in the head. Like, no remorse, just straight up kills the guy. This is always just really weird when you remember this is a computer of a dude. Like, this is for alter ego he's trying to kill and get back alter ego. Like, anyways. Act 4. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Act 4 is when the killer, if you remember, you might have already now figured out who the killer is, but, you know. The killer shows the group the photos, and yeah, it shows Hifumi being injured. Then we find Hifumi alive and well in the library, but, well, I wouldn't say well, actually. He's, you know, bleeding from a bat shot to the side of the head by Robo Justice, apparently. So, yeah, he just gets taken to the nurse's office. Makes a bit of sense, you know. Doesn't really need a watch over him since he's alive. And, yeah, he just fakes his own murder. Like, you know, just makes it look like there's been a murder. And, yeah, blood is everywhere. And both bodies get discovered at the same time, which causes a lot of confusion when, like, in the trial. So, as you can see, we've got Toko, Sakura, and Byakuya finding Taka's body at the same time as Oi, Makoto, and the killer finding Hifumi's body. If you've somehow not figured it out by the fact that I just said it, shame on you. Because, you know, there's an announcement, there's only one, it's for Taka. Hifumi's no lead. If you somehow didn't get that, you're dumb. Anyways, so while Makoto goes to alert the others of Hifumi's supposed death, Celeste and Oi leave to go to the bathroom. Because they were put on watch duty and they just... Oi wasn't feeling well, so Celeste took her to the bathroom just in case she was sick. Smart. Hifumi then puts his plan, or his part of the plan, to action, where he's got to move Taka, who is still in the equipment room. He moves him to the art repository, I believe it is. Might have used the wrong word there, but I believe it's the art repository. Just to clear up, Celeste screamed at the fact that Hifumi's body was no longer there. That's why no one is guarding Taka's body. So anyways, he wheels him across, and the killer meets up with Hifumi in that art repository. That's what the locked door was. It was the killer and Hifumi meeting. And, Hifumi's all like, yes, we're done. We're gonna get out of here. Smack. Hifumi's dead. He's gone. Dunzo. And the killer is Celeste, if you somehow didn't figure that out. Thought it was quite obvious after that explanation. But yeah. So Celeste is the killer. There were two things that brought about her demise. Let's go with. First one was handwriting. Hiro, as in Yasuhiro Hiro, his handwriting, if you remember from the video, I don't know if you watched it because, it's an hour and a half long and I don't end up speaking after like the first 5 minutes because Discord is stupid. I don't like it. But anyways, if you remember, Yasuhiro has near impeccable handwriting. Like, you cannot put anything to his handwriting that's that good. Whereas the blueprints for the stuff we found isn't his handwriting at all. It is messy, it is scabby, it puts my handwriting in a spotlight. That's how bad it is. So yeah, that's thing number one. And thing number two is that when Hifumi's body is about to be discovered, but he's not dead yet, he's still kind of alive, but he's fatally injured. He's not suffering from blunt force trauma to the brain. He says Yasuhiro before he dies, which obviously puts suspicion on Hiro. But here's the thing, if you remember, Hifumi has one trait about him that's actually, not perverted. And that's by he calls everyone by their second name. So Makoto, everyone else calls him Makoto. Hifumi calls him Mr. Naegi. Which means we're looking for someone with the second name, is it the second name? I don't know. I feel like it's probably the first name, because I know Japan flips names around. But anyways, so we're looking for someone not with the first name of Yasuhiro, but the second name of Yasuhiro. And that obviously rules out Yasuhiro. And since, everyone's using their real name and is willing to show their real name, and the real name's on the little e-card thing you get, Celeste is the only one who's like, nah, I'm not showing you my e-card. Back off. That kind of digs her own grave. So anyways, now that we've established that Celeste is the killer, I feel like we should move on to her execution. Her execution is, it's kind of set up. She explains that she killed, for the money almost, and also to remove two of the most annoying people. Makes sense, they were both being very annoying over a computer. But anyway, so she says that she was also going to use the money to buy a nice European castle, and she would have hundreds and thousands of servants obeying her every command. Don't think she understands how much, workers and all that pay for. You'd have to earn quite a lot of money to own a castle and have it usable and to hire a whole bunch of staff. Not a good business choice. Anyways, so for her execution, she is burnt at the stake. Because, apparently she's a witch. That's got nothing to do with royalty. Really should have been a guillotine, in my opinion, because that's, King Louis can testify to that. That's a successful way of killing kings and queens of countries with their mighty castles, is just sword, or blade, or axe, or whatever you want, really. It's up to you. But of course, Monokuma, being Monokuma, couldn't let her have her fairy tale death. So he just brings in a fire truck and just runs her over. And that's the end of Celestial Ludenberg. That's it. She's dead. No more Celeste. Which is really sad. I actually quite liked her character, especially the voice acting on the, flip out stage of it. It was insane how good that was. So yeah, that's the trial part done, and then you get to, the little after-bit stories that are always there. And after the trial, Alter Ego is found again. It was hidden by Celeste to uses blackmail for all the murders and yada yada yada. So Alter Ego is officially returned. I apologize if you hear tapping. I'm going to reply to a message while I'm talking for this. So Alter Ego has been returned, and Kyoko tells Makoto of a secret door hidden in the boys' bathroom on the second floor. How she knows about a thing in the boys' bathroom, bit dodgy, but we'll go with it. But it's actually a secret room full of files. Just as you do. And it's full of files on the tragedy that happened in Hope's Peak and like why it's all barricaded off and stuff. But before Makoto can get a proper good read of it, he gets attacked by some person in a mask who's got like the Monokuma despair eye on them. Is this the 16th student? I'm guessing it's the 16th student, whatever her name is. It's the ultimate despair person. Who clearly didn't want Makoto reading those files. This must be like their secret room or something. I don't really know. Anyways, when Makoto wakes up, files are gone. Because, you've got to entice the plot, but also make it look like the plot's, Oh, wow, Roblox. Anyways, Makoto wakes up, his head is splitting him, and he goes, to just get back to his bed because he doesn't know what time it is. He doesn't really know where he is. He doesn't know who attacked him. He's confused. He just wants a nap. And while he's going down to the, just the dormitory, I forgot the word there, dormitory, he hears a commotion in the gym. And he's like, am I about to catch a killer in the act? So, he goes in, opens the door a little bit so he can see through. And Sayaka, I believe that's her name. I hope that's not the name of the first pop star girl. Or Sakura, whatever. The martial arts lady and Monokuma are having a fight over the fact that the martial arts lady is the mole. You remember the traitor from last time the trial was finished? Yeah, that's martial arts lady. Dun dun dun! It's because her family's dojo is being held captive and she really doesn't want it being held captive, so she agreed to help Monokuma for the freedom of it. And she was meant to start off the killing game. Except Popstar Girl and Leon already did that, so her job was kind of just So yeah, Makoto now knows pretty much the secret of both the 16th student is around and also that martial arts lady is the mole. I feel really bad for keeping on calling her martial arts lady. I just forgot her name. I think it's Sakura. But that could also just as easily be the pop star person. Anyways. So yeah, that I believe does it for the third chapter. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but I might be forgetting something because, I'm recording this on the 18th. It'll probably be out tomorrow on the 19th, Tuesday, and I recorded episode 11 about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, month. It's been that long, I honestly couldn't tell you. I think it's probably closer to 3 weeks. But anyways, that will do it all for this episode. I apologise for just having to do a massive voiceover with pictures. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all whenever I decide to record next. Adios.